For me, it was trying to make it a film that I wanted to see, that I thought other people would like to see.
Why are you not laughing? This is funny.
Take 4, boop. This is nothing but bloopers.
Gotcha.
Maxie, pretend you're German and moonwalk 10 paces.
Fire. Oh, of course it's Henry. Of course it's Henry.
I've told you about making me look bad in public before. Let's go for that until we got something back. Go to 5.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Perfect.
Lovely.
But I want to understand what the film's about in the next 1.5 minutes.
The war in Europe rages on as Hitler and his Nazi...
I wanted to make a movie in the Second World War genre, and this story was sort of the perfect story.
I told my team I loved the script, and Guy wanted to jump on a Zoom. Usually, you know, there's like a few minutes of chit-chat and you get to know each other. And then it's like, okay, so let's talk about this character. Let's talk about this movie. What do you see? What do I see? Is our vision aligned? And there was none of that. He was like, you look like a barbecue, kind of. You love barbecues. You want to have a barbecue with me? And I was like, sure, I'd love to have a barbecue with you, Guy. Anytime.
Straight through? No, go straight through. One of the...
Oh, hello.
I just need to try and get round
it. Oh, fuck me, hello.
Somehow it's absurd what we're doing, but let's not play it like we're absurd. Perfect, Amanda.
Cut there, thank you.
Goody goody.
It's the first significant clandestine mission that took place in the Second World War, which really gave birth to special forces.
This was a story that is something that captured my imagination.
Hitler is not playing by the rules. So neither are we.
Churchill had these men that he created that went out and turned the war in Britain's favor.
The Germans cut off our supply chain with U-boats. We cut off the supply chain to the U-boats.
England was on the verge of surrendering to the Germans at the start of the war in 1941.
The war would probably have been lost had this mission not been successful.
When I started doing all the digging, I really got informed about the female character in this world and how she was so pivotal as well and important to the outcome of the war. So I'm so honored that she gets the recognition that she deserved.
This will, of course, be an unsanctioned, unauthorized, and unofficial mission.
Hitler is too strong, too powerful. We need to surrender. And Churchill refused to take that.
If they're captured by the British, they'll be thrown in jail. But if the Nazis find them, it's torture and death.
The story that's very, very important in the history of the world that's never been told, that no one knows about.
Godspeed, gentlemen.
The odds were, preposterously against them. That's a great aggregate for fun storytelling.
The one thing we needed more than anything else was a harbour. Now, to find a harbour anywhere in Europe that you can just have free rein on is virtually impossible. These are steel structure big buildings that Martin's building. Right. 2 big warehouses, one of which can be Lure's warehouse.
My name's Martin John. I'm the production designer for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. We were looking for a controlled harbour, a harbour where we could do what we liked. And once we found this amazing harbour which has been built and nobody uses it, it was perfect for us. I just had to build a town, a back lot on the shores of it.
Turkey is interesting as a place to scout because you're constantly stumbling across these fabulous historical sites that have been here for thousands of years.
There was nothing. There was nothing. It's completely built. It's insane.
My experience filming out at sea, well, for someone who suffers heavily from motion sickness and seasickness, I actually was very proud of myself that I didn't throw up.
What's happened to the cameraman? Cameraman's in all sorts of trouble.
You just can't replicate certain environments, and shooting at sea is really one of them.
You better lob me on there in a minute, Max. That was easy.
Having this scene across two ships, and obviously the water's moving, so these two ships are going up and down, and it kind of set a sort of interesting rhythm that you wouldn't have been able to predict.
By the way, how great do these cats look?
I know, they look fantastic.
I want to make that film. I want to make that film!
There were supposed to be tiger sharks or something down there, you know? It was like, make sure you do not fall in.
Right, run for the top.
It was kind of funny seeing who's not spent time on a boat kind of instantly get seasick.
We're on the boat all day long, come rain or shine, and it feels like a real camaraderie gets built that way.
I really felt a little jealous of the boat for some moments, because I can tell they were having a ball.
I mean, Ace is such a dynamic actor. She can sing. What else can she do? Act, but yeah.
Push it until it stops.
Marjorie is just this wild, funny, bold operative that's got to infiltrate the Nazi circle.
She really is a massive part of the operation, and that being the brains.
Okay, ready? We're gonna continue.
Carry on.
I think I have the largest change in hair and makeup and costume in the whole cast. I think the boys are in one costume the entire time, so Lulu had a lot of fun, and the hair and makeup department had a lot of fun.
This is an example of something we made for Aza. The beautiful denim two-piece, here it is. And it's one of my favorite. Oh, you can see a picture of her wearing it there. It's one of my favorite looks.
We sat together and looking at all different images together with Lulu's costume and hats and things. Basically, just design the look together, which is something that I love. I love it when an actor and actress gets involved with how their character's developing and what we can do to enhance that.
20 minutes.
I said to Guy, she's a fucking movie star. And he said, I know.
Got it? Cut. What did we say there that was witty and brilliant?
You're in trouble now! Henry is a perfect number one.
Don't shoot me!
Alan's a terrible person to work with.
He is the first one there.
He's uncouth.
Last to leave.
Eats too much.
Always knows his stuff.
He's out of shape.
Is always positive.
Just has no dedication at all.
He leads by example. I'm so impressed.
In all seriousness, Alan's wonderful to work with.
Guilty as charged.
Playing a guy from Denmark in World War II, like I had been working on this accent, but I hadn't done it for anybody. So there's so many questions and doubts and insecurities. I was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing?
My killing days are over. I'm just here as a peacekeeping observer.
I've been trying to get Alan in a Guy Ritchie film since Man from U.N.C.L.E. And like every time we cast something, I always go, I know this guy. And finally I've got him in the film, so I'm very excited by that.
Yeah, he does this all on his own, and while he gets creative while he's on his own, he goes, oh, we never see something like that. It never happens for that.
So we're looking at a throat slice here. Carry, throat slice. Puts it into his back and drives it down through the ribs. From this guy, he's stabbing him straight into the ribs. He'll turn him around, off you go up. This is where he'll disembowel him here. Coming, then go into our Shanghai move.
So, by the time the other chaps come up, right, are there any live Germans?
I wouldn't imagine. No, he's just cutting the tongues out of the last two.
Is that a hard lesson?
For the avoidance of doubt.
We can just skip to the good part, if you like.
Lassen is just one of those guys that you just enjoy watching him kill Nazis, which is such a terrible thing to say, but not at the same time.
Nice work, Lassen.
Henry Cavill is just didn't.
He's a Superman.
He's a movie star.
What a tone Cavill sets, because he is just an absolute gentleman.
Don't worry about it. I'll do what I want.
He understood the character very quickly, and once he understood the character, then most of the work was done.
They're extraordinary people, but they were also slightly mad.
Some Germans in here for laughing, please.
It's the kind of cast you dream about working with in like an ensemble piece like this.
What's Babs' surname? Can you pronounce it? Yeah.
I am Babs Alusimoglu. I am playing Richard Herron. I'm gonna say he's a spy, special operative, a man on the ground. Stork to mate, come in.
Babs is the sharpest chap on set. So a lot of the boys on set are sort of like, oh, what size is that, Babs? Oh yeah, nice.
My name is Fайns-Tiffin and I play Henry Hayes.
Jesus Christ, if that's how you fight, I'd hate to see you love.
I think he's a very old soul. He's very mature for how young he is, and he's learning a lot from the other guys on the mission.
Up there on the left, sir.
Yes.
Working with Hero in particular has been a real pleasure. I think he's the youngest of us by a fair margin, and there's some real talent there.
Hero had a really good idea. What if these guys don't know we're here? They're wearing headphones, yeah, but we just walk in and I then look back at him.
Yeah, all right, done. Yeah. Good idea. Is that your idea? Yeah. 5 points.
I'm an actor, so I'm good at pretending to like people, and Alex over here on my left is slightly more challenging.
My name is Alex Pettifer, and I play Jeffrey Appleyard.
Apple's quite sensitive, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little...
Especially his nipples.
Yeah. He is somewhat of the brains of the operation, but not really. I would say it was more a collaboration, but there's suggestions.
So we're here. Fernando Poe's here, just north of the equator.
So okay, should we go from the top?
I'm the brains of the operation, but I'm not.
Which one's my close-up? I'm Henry Golding. I play Freddy the Frog.
Golding or Goulding?
Golding! You kept calling me Goulding for about, probably a month.
Sweaty Quiz says this doesn't end well. For who? For them. Not betting yourself, Hazy. It's match fixing.
He's in charge of the big bangs. And often is the case that he saves the day. I think he's the guy that pulls everybody out of it.
Ready?
Good work, Frederick.
Thank you, Captain. Now, any chance you can tell us what we're doing here, sir?
Everybody looks at everybody else's character and they're like, oh, that's so good, it's so funny. Oh, you're the best character in this. And I was like, no, you're the best. I watch you and I'm like, this is amazing. I can't wait. And everybody, I think, just can't wait to see everybody else on screen.
When you have a good cast, you don't know they're actors. They become the characters. And that's exactly what our actors have done. They are the characters. They're not acting.
Jerry Bruckheimer is a legend. From Top Gun to, what else has he produced?
The love and knowledge of film that Jerry Bruckheimer has, it's quite unique. Where you really want to end up is in the world of people that are passionate about their jobs. Jerry is wildly passionate
And cutage.
He's a legend. I mean, it's sort of, when he came and walked past me in a room, I sort of did a triple take. I was like, what?
Guy Ritchie and Jerry Bruckheimer, two icons of cinema.
Working with Guy Ritchie is unlike any experience I've ever had, and it's simultaneously the scariest and most exhilarating creative endeavor I've been a part of.
So guys coming in, chaps, let's be ready, please. We'll go from the top, keep rolling.
I would do it again in a heartbeat, but it is terrifying.
Do you want me to say a line?
Nope.
No line.
He has thrown Italian, French, German. I'm doing a British accent all at once, and I would usually probably be pooping my pants with nerves, but he creates such an environment that I surprisingly walk onto set more confident than I've ever felt before in a movie.
Please tell me you're taking a video of this. You're taking a video of this, right? I hope you are.
Oh, fuck me. It'd be great if some of it's in German.
No.
Just a little bit. You like to be challenged.
Was?
Einstein, Albert Einstein.
I can't believe this is happening.
So I've thrown Asa a hospital pass of she now singing German.
You guys.
Here we go. Bit of German singing coming up from Asa.
Cannot wait.
German singing coming up.
When Guy steps on set, there's a little bit of a Jesus is coming, look busy kind of feel to it at first. And then he gets there and then you realise, I don't know, again, it's like he just has so much fun while he does what he does.
Yeah. You love your boss.
This works for me.
Geezer! His sets are so joyful, and that humour finds its way into his films, you know?
Do you want to
make him
Should we hold him up and make him wave?
That's very funny.
It's not working, Lassen.
Not sure it's working, Lassen.
The captain looks agitated.
Yeah. Captain looks rather agitated.
Right, let's do that again. Go.
There are certain people in this business you want to work with, and Guy Ritchie was one of them.
I can't think of anyone who does young British men, lads, as he calls it, better than Guy Ritchie does.
When you say the front of the boat, the bow, the sharp end. I mean, we wrote most of the dialogue on the day. All the actors were up for that. I didn't come up with that line, so we'll have to pretend I did.
Oh, the Guy Ritchie effect.
Go on, down the old thingamajig. I think it's one of them.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about. Let's figure out a new scene.
Sonny, go! Fucking trip! Go!
Oh, don't worry. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, just whatever. I could play that game. Fuck.
This line it's kind of funny, but we need it to be more geezer.
Do you want to twizzle all the way through, or do you want to do a semi-twizzle?
If you come in with too set an idea of how you want to do the scene, you get disappointed very quickly.
We're dithering. 5.
He knows everything that is going to be shot. He knows everything that's going to happen. He knows the dynamic, but I think he creates the spontaneity for you as an actor.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Take your time. It's really good. It will feel wrong.
Everybody has their say. Everybody can make a suggestion. And if the suggestion's good, Guy will be like, that's great, we'll keep that in. If it's bad, then you'll be like, that's not good.
I think it's great fun.
Okay, cool.
All right, sir.
Thank God for that. Bit embarrassing otherwise.
He creates a team, he creates a family, and I think the best work comes out of those situations.
Sling that gun over your thingy.
Yeah.
Sling his gun over his thingy. He can keep his gun poised. He's got his bow and arrow out, and out come the scissors.
My favorite sequence is kind of one of our first missions, and that's to extract Appleyard from a Nazi camp.
You two that way. Us do this way. Get busy with the fizzy.
They're the ones who would walk brazenly into a Nazi camp, full daylight, and absolutely destroy everyone. And that's what we did.
It was so fun to film. I haven't actually done much action in my career so far, and I'm loving it, and I'm working with people who really know what they're doing.
So far, so good. Doing rather well, Hazy.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. It's funny, you do so much in a week, and it all boils down to 5 minutes, but blimey, it's a good 5 minutes.
Remind me again how you found your nipples attached to a car battery.
It wasn't my fault. Bad intelligence. Plus, it was almost worth it to watch the heart snatcher at work. I'm better known as a lover than a fighter.
I'm compromised in a pretty unique way, shall we say.
I'd quite like, it'd be quite fun if while Al's sort of straddled and tied to something, the whole fight's going on around. Yeah.
And the comedy aspect between Alan and myself that plays out in that scene is quite funny.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
So we decided to blow up this building that Martin had built for us, this kind of watchtower building.
So we can blow stuff up?
Yes.
Flying colours.
Brilliant. Yes. And we kept saying to special effects, right, you've got to rig this, we're only going to get one chance at this, you know, let's make it a good, proper-sized bang. Well, they didn't let us down.
A rather large bang, courtesy of yours truly.
Where do we see playback on that shit?
It's a laugh, which I think a lot of these people may have had because they were dancing around the edges of madness. And that's what made them special and capable for this kind of mission. And so people can expect to see unusual characters doing bombastic things.
Yeah, if we're going to win this war, we need to stop these U-boats. Would you let your children swim across shark-infested waters?
Without history, you don't know where you're going. And so, as much fun as we may have with this film, it is very important to not just one group of people. It's important for all of us to say that if you do not learn to live together, you will end in a catastrophic war, and nobody wins in a catastrophic war.
What is to be done with this unruly company who do not obey orders, who seem to have formed their own ministry of ungentlemanly warfare? From now on, they work for me.
Ministry is something that's so interesting because it was files that were put away for years and recently put out to the public. It's Churchill's secret files. And I always like to look underneath what's really going on to find out the core of what happened during World War II.
It's the true story factor that elicits an emotion that is dormant within you. That people have done these mad, heroic acts of which we're benefiting from in every respect. But there was real sacrifice in these heroic acts.